It's worse, but I try. I certainly tried. Fuck this. Just burned a bagel that I was cooking. I'm fucking up. I just can't finagle my way out again. I don't know what's gonna fly, but the harder I work, the less it seems right. Oh my God, I just wanna die. Fuck this. Fuck this noise. I love my bike, I love her so. I love her like a girl. I love to take her out. Oh, she offers me the world. I love to touch her. I love to ride her. I love my bike, I love the way she goes from place to place. Doesn't matter who she's with. Oh, she always wants to race, and I race with her, and I race on her. Oh, my bike, she is so beautiful, and my heart is palpitating. and someday I'm gonna marry her. Just as soon as people stop discriminating. I love my bike, I always have in oh so many ways. I love to shift her gears and she never pulls away. I love to touch her, I love to ride her. Oh, my bike, she is so beautiful, and my heart is palpitating. And someday I'm gonna marry her, just as soon as people stop discriminating. Let us roll, let us roll. 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 I love my bike, I love her so. I love her like a girl. I love to take her out. Oh, she offers me the world. I love to touch her, I love to ride her. I've been alone coming on 1,000 years now. Been on my own so long I don't recall how to love another, oh I just don't recall. I've been alone, I've been alone, I've been alone so long. I hid my heart inside a wall of pure snow. It's kept apart from all the love I'd once known. It's kept on ice, the cold, it keeps it very numb. I've been alone, I've been alone, I've been alone so long. The deeper that I dig is the deeper I must go. I'm never climbing out again. Check 1 2. All right. Check. All right. I don't know if there's anybody here. I don't know what's going on. I've been They say your life flashes right before your eyes, just before you die, it's true. And this is it, it's happening right now, it's flashing right in front of you. Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe is perfect me. Hey Aldo Do, hey Little Mop. And I'm just a very flawed copy. The things I do are a mystery to me. It's a miracle I breathe at all. I wanna live, or at least I think I do, but most every choice I make is flawed. Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe is perfect me. And I'm just a very flawed copy. Have you had the time of your life? For this is a time of your life. Each decision that you make creates another you that went a different way. And in some other place, there's another me that did it all okay. Another universe is perfect me. And I'm just a very flawed copy. Hey, sweetheart, just so you know, the microphone's picking up all of that, all the water, running water, all of the so yeah, if you can just hold off to do the doing the dishes until after my stream, that would be, I'd love that. Thank you so much. Yeah, and no worries, Aldo. Yeah, I'm gonna actually reach out. I'm getting tired of promoting anything. So I think I'm gonna do one last big stab at like. I'm just gonna reach out to all the people I know that have been fans over the like via Facebook and all these other places. I'm just gonna reach out. I'm gonna post an email to my mailing list, and I'm gonna reach out. And then if I don't get any people, I think if I get the kind of response I anticipate I'm gonna get, I think I'm just gonna stop promoting everything. I'm just getting, you know, it's just getting exhausting. Fucking working as hard as I do to have people I'm basically what I'm doing is I'm just building up people's immunity to me and what I do. I'm like, oh great, that's, you know. What else uses the my heart is stone. Give me a second. This is really loud. Here we go. My heart is stone. I don't need anyone My heart is stone and I feel nothing at all. My lips are sealed and my tongue is tied, and the heart that used to be inside me has petrified. So do your worst to me, I won't feel a thing. Finally I'm proof against the world. So do your worst to me, I won't feel a thing. Someday soon my heart will be a diamond. Oh, and then you can carve it from my chest for to see how it glitters like the rest. Only then will it shine for you. My lips, they burn from your serpentine, and there's nothing that you're offering that I wish was mine. My heart is stone, I don't need anyone. I have always been and will always be on my own. So do your worst to me, I won't feel a thing. Finally I'm proof against the world. So do your worst to me, I won't feel a thing. Someday soon my heart will be a diamond. Oh, and then you can carve it from my chest for to see how it glitters like the rest. Only then will it shine for you. No one can save me from myself. Save me, ooh. Save me from myself. Save me, my heart is stone, I don't need anyone. My heart is stone, I don't need anyone. Man, all right, give me one second. Yeah, this, so I haven't, my voice is not warmed up. I haven't warmed up my fingers. I mean, I did do some recording today, but yeah, man, I am just fucking, just been going and going and going and going and going, and I feel like I'm about to fucking burst. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna take all of my Twitch streams and make them private, so only subscribers are gonna have access to them. And I think, yeah, I think I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna continue doing this whole Ursa Live thing until my albums come out, and then I think I'm gonna stop promoting stuff. I'm gonna stop trying to like get people's attention,
You know, the thing is that like, there's just way too much fucking white noise. You know, I think I'll focus on the podcast. I'll definitely try to like. I'm going to make that. I think the idea behind the podcast is now it's just going to be a condensed version of this stream. It's going to be like a perfect rendition of, because I don't want to have to deal with audience size. I don't have to deal with people. I don't want to have to deal with like. I don't have to deal with letting people know about anything. I don't want to have to be like, hey, I'm doing this, come check it out. Because the thing is because every single time I go, hey, I'm doing this, come check it out, and people don't show up, it's like a smack in the face, you know, for me. It's just getting to the point where I'm like, why am I fucking doing this? You know, like, why do I do this? Why do I like if people don't care, then why do I do it? You know? And so, I mean, I do it because I love it, but why do I offer it to anybody? You know, the thing is, I should just like keep it for myself, you know? And I mean, I can still put out records. I'll put out the podcast. The podcast will be like a perfect half hour of what I do here, you know, and I'll just do that once a week. And I think, and, you know, and then I think I still will, I think I'll still stream because I do see a lot of benefit from streaming. But I think I'll just, you know, invite, you know, people that know about it, you know, and people that like, you know, like, and just make it like a private clubhouse, you know, and stop trying to, and treat and engage people that have no interest in engaging, you know? But again, I don't know. I'm just, it could just be that I'm overworked and overworked and underpaid and frustrated by all of the things I've been doing, you know, things that I've been trying to put into motion and the idea, you know, like I feel like I'm fighting. Anyway, yeah, I feel like I'm getting pushback from everybody and everything, and I'm like, well then why? I don't need to do this. Like I'm not doing, you know, this is not, you know. Yeah, I mean, I know that, you know, it's, you know, and you know, and I do, and the thing is that like, and you know, it is, you know, part of me thinks, you know, yeah, I don't know, you know, it's for me, it's just the I know it's probably the worst. It's the worst thing for me to do is to retreat at a point in time when everything is already regressing. I should instead find new ways of offering what I do, and like, which is what the podcast is about. But I'm just taxed, you know. And it could just be that I just need to get a decent night's rest and start afresh tomorrow, and you know, like and maybe when the podcast is done, if it's well received and people are like, this is amazing, you know, you know, if, you know, maybe that will be what I need to like kind of keep on keeping on and get excited about doing what I do. But right now I'm just like, it feels just like, it's just fucking frustrating, you know, like. Oh, you've been oh so very cold. I don't know why you've been so damn cold. I wanna talk to you, but you won't talk to me. I wonder, should I leave? Things have changed, haven't they, my friend? Nothing stays the same, it's all changing in the end. But can we just pretend? Or let us just pretend that you still love me. Oh, America, do you still love me? Oh, America, do you still love me? Oh, we used
used to be the very best of friends. Our futures were so bright way back then. We could do most anything, anything at all. Where did we go wrong? Oh, America, do you still love me? Oh, America, do you still love me? Ba-la-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, ba-lum-bum, ba-dum, ba-la-da-da-da-dum, ba-ba-lum, ba-lum-bum, ba-dum. Oh, we're not as young as we used to be. There we go. And the things that we learned, we didn't learn for free. It all came at a cost, such a heavy cost. Do you still love me? Oh, America, do you still love me? Oh, America, do you still love me? Oh, America, did you ever love me? Let me see. I understand where you're coming from the rest of the stuff, but making the Twitch streams private is no effort versus other effort. Looks like self-sabotage. Although I'm not. Yeah, I mean, so the idea would be, I mean, it's funny because I don't even really pay attention to. I don't pay attention to my crowd size here on Twitch, but the thing is like, I just want to do, but I do think I just want to do a takeaway. I just want to be like, look, if you guys, people like fair weather people that anyway, I don't know. I just think I'm just tired. I think I'm just exhausted. I've been working all day long. And I think I'm just tired. And feeling touchy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Aldadol. Thank you, man. All right, let me see. So, here, let me do this. I'm gonna pull this guy like that. Let me do this guy there. Okay, good. All right. Let me see. So, what do we want to do? What do I want to play? Let's do this one. I haven't done this song in a while. I mean, fuck, dude. It's just fucking exhausting, I mean, yeah, it's just fucking exhausting. It's like there's never a point where I go, oh cool, yeah, I'm doing okay, I can take some time off and just rest on the work that I've put in for the past fucking decade, nonstop, constant hammering, it's just, yeah. But anyway, fuck it. There's just too much. Sorry about this. I'll just swallow all this stuff and. We've been drifting for days, dislocated by the sun and tumbled by the waves, and we've been lost out to sea. We're a million miles from nowhere, miles from where we want to be, and our hearts are They've been drowned by crashing waves and pummeled by the storms, and we are lost. So lost. Oh, consternation on the sea of frustration. You and I are adrift on troubled seas. Oh, damn vexation, blown by winds of constant deprivation, and there's just no consolation for you and me. That's not right. There we go. I haven't played this song in a while, which is why I'm playing it right now. There's no reprieve. Thoughts of you, they burn inside, they're burning me constantly, and there's no escape. My want for you, it overwhelms. All it does is escalate when you're not with me. I feel such desperation on the sea of frustration, and I'm lost. So lost. Oh, consternation on the sea of frustration. You and I are adrift on troubled seas. Oh, damn vexation, blown by winds of deprivation, and there's just no consolation for you and me. Blown by winds of deprivation, and there's just no consolation for you and me. Oh, consternation on the sea of frustration. You and I are adrift on troubled seas. That's really funny. That song is actually written about being separated from somebody that you love, and kind of dealing with the travails of distance. But thank you, Aldo. But that song also, none of the lyrics betray the idea of wanting, like, all the stuff that I'm dealing with right now, and the fact that I'm feeling, I just want some reprieve. I just want a little reprieve, and there's no fucking end in sight. And so it's just I'm like, fuck, dude, like how long do I have to keep at this, but whatever, fuck it. But thank you, Cyrene, and thank you, Aldo. Thanks, guys. It's just whatever. It's been a lot of work. Yesterday, I worked all week last week to put together the first iteration of the podcast, and it actually turns out that the music was just the music kind of fucked up. Like
the way I was recording it, it was overly complicated, and I ran across issues. Like I realized that it was going to be not of a quality that I know I can deliver, and I can deliver very quickly because I do this all the time. And I thought, oh, I'll do it one way, and it'll make things easier, but it didn't. And what it did is I noticed early in the week, I was like, oh, I'm going to probably run into problems with this down the line. But I didn't, and I did. I saw them and I was like, oh, I'll just ignore them. And it turns out that the problems were significant to the point that I had to walk away from the recordings I'd already done. And it was just a week of wasted work, you know. And I was like, fuck. And so coming off of coming off of a point where I was excited, like I was really looking forward to being able to deliver the new stuff, you know, and then not being able to deliver it, and now having to completely just do everything again from scratch. That's frustrating. You know, I've got this new Ursa Live show coming up. I haven't been promoting that, so I have to now like do a full court press on that. I've got like, my newest Kickstarter is ready to launch for the next book. But there's still some things. There's still some of the high price point items that that are just from the last one that are just now getting mailed out. So I don't want to launch a new one without having fulfilled all of my previous Kickstarters orders. So it's just, you know, so it's like you know, and then you know, the Sunday. So I had a new show that was happening every Sunday here in Austin. I was like, yeah, I haven't done in Austin. I haven't done like anything. I haven't done anything in yeah. That's exactly right. And it's everything right now. It's just everything. So because I have this new show, It was a daytime show on Sundays from 2 to 6 p.m. And the very first one went amazing, and the vibe was awesome. And everybody was like, "This is super great." And then the next week it was 100 degrees, and I'm like, "Hey, can we do that? We should do this inside. It's way too hot to have you know, to do this outside." And the venue's like, "No, we really want to do it. Really want to do it outside." And I'm like, okay. So we did the show outside, and it halved our crowd, and people were really fucking hot, and people left early, and even some performers didn't perform, you know, like, and I'm like, okay, so that we were totally train wrecked because of this fucking arbitrary decision to not have it inside. And then the following week, I'm like, hey guys, can we can we talk about this inside outside thing? And they're like, yeah, we just, you know, like one of the owners just really doesn't want anything happening inside. And I'm like, well, then why did you not tell me that when we first booked this fucking thing? You know, so when I first put this whole thing together and spent hundreds of dollars promoting it and actively, you know, getting everything assembled. So it just seems like everything in my life is just pushing back in significant ways. And I'm like, fucking, it's just fucking exhausting. I'm like, fuck, dude, you know, and certainly the podcast, I have to eat that crow because I fucked up. I should have realized early on, but I had this cool idea. I had this cool idea of like what I wanted to do is I wanted to have, this is the one thing I won't be able to do. I wanted to have the entire podcast with including all the songs and all the mixes and all that stuff, like all in one Pro Tools session, because I thought it'd be cool to like be able to after 6 months of doing the show, just being able to offer like, this is like so you could see, so people that had Pro Tools, they could like literally pull it up, you know, and they could look at the way the whole thing was assembled. I thought it'd be cool to have not only deliver the podcast, but then also be able to offer like this, like a very intimate look at the making of, you know, like if you know anything about it, like even if you don't know anything about anything about recording, you know, just for the interest's sake, you know, just being able to like look at the way, like oh, this is, look at how many, like, because sometimes I'm, you know, sometimes there are 40 tracks, you know, like I have all sorts of little cool, intricate things happening, or I'll take one section and just really be like, all right, let me build out this section. Let me see what I want to do, you know? And so, or, you know, like in fact, one of the things I was doing is I was playing everything live, and, you know, so I was playing everything. So I did a live version of Kick It. And then I went in and I laid in hand claps, but I wanted it to sound perfect, right? But again, because it's a live version, I'm not playing a click or anything like that. The tempo shifts. So what I did is I just went in and I fucking just laid in hand claps. Like I just made sure everything sounded beautiful and tight, even though it had all the tempo shifts. And so it's really really cool renditions, but it was just like. But man, it was just a fucking ton of work. It was a ton of work to get everything sounding really, really good. And then the deeper I got into it, the more I realized like I would change certain settings and it would change the settings like all the way across like there are some settings in Pro Tools that can't be changed for just a couple bars, you know? And so so I'd change settings. I'm like, oh, I'll do this right here, and without realizing that it was fucking up the songs I'd done previously in the same Pro Tools file. So I was like, fuck. Anyway, so it got to the point where I'd made so many changes like that it was impossible to roll back, and I was like, fuck. So it goes. Anyway, so it goes. Yeah, no, and that's the thing is that like, and Little Moppet's exactly right. Like the thing is like I do have like all of this stuff that I do, you know. I know they're built on sound ideas, you know. So I know that if I just need to find for the thing here live in Austin, if I can just find the right venue, if I can find a venue that's excited about growing something with me and is excited about letting it grow, letting it become an organic, homegrown little rock and roll community, a little rock and roll scene. The thing is that like that it will because of the people that showed up and helped build the thing and helped make it what it is. They'll have a sense of ownership over it that will allow the thing to flourish for years and years and years to come, you know. And the thing is like, and that takes time, like that takes foresight from a venue's perspective to be like, oh, like, you know, and I can explain that, and then people can go, oh, that sounds great, but they don't understand it. Like I don't understand the disconnect between. I'm like, yes, this is what we're doing. I want people to become vested in this. I want them to put their own time and their own sweat and their own blood and their own tears into this thing, so that when it flourishes, because it will eventually, because it's like the vibe was amazing, the music's great, so it's gonna flourish. But let's take all the people, the early adopters of this thing, and let's get them so vested in it they're like, yeah, this is my thing too, you know. Anyway, so it's just exhausting. It's just, you know, so it's just part and parcel of me just having a fuck ton of things on my plate and doing a whole bunch of stuff and trying to like, and I feel like I'm half-assing everything, and I'm not half-assing everything. I just don't have the time to like I just don't have time. I need another 20 or 30 hours out of every single fucking day, you know. Damn it. Okay. So let's go. Okay. Yeah, let me do some this is a song I haven't played in a long time. This is a really, really old one. This was written back in 1996 or 1997. This did make it on the very first Get Set Go record, and this was the very first song that I when I introduced it. So I used to be part of this group of friends that were amazing songwriters, and they were the guys from whom I really drew a lot of my inspiration as an early musician in Los Angeles, and every single time we'd hang out, you know, we'd usually get some beers or, you know, have a little, like, you know, cocaine or ecstasy or whatever. Like we had a little, it was a little bit of a party, but it was mostly just hanging out, passing guitars around, talking about music and just being, you know, and just loving music, you know? So we would and we just pass the guitars around and we just do whatever and we'd have a good time. And every single time everybody else would play a song, we'd all sing along and add harmonies and be like, yeah. And then every single time I played a song, they didn't. They didn't sing along. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I just kept writing. I kept writing and trying to understand what it was that would compel them to sing along. And so this was the very first song. I wrote this one, and by the second time the chorus rolled, by the time the second chorus rolled around, they started singing along, and I was like, yes, I have fucking arrived, you know. So, right. There's always been more space, space, space than the matter can erase, erase, erase the matter get you down. Cause you're never around, around, around. Well, I can say emphatically that I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping. And I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping all the time. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. Hey, Bobcat. You can win, place, or show, show, show. So how's it gonna go, go, go when the right becomes a wrong? Well, you still hear this song, song, song. Well, I can say emphatically that I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping. And I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping all the time. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. La 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 la. Hush, don't say a word. Bum bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 dum bum. God save us in a little book tucked away in a corner of the universe. God save us in a little book tucked away in a corner of the universe. I've been ill, I'm getting worse, my symptoms cannot be reversed, but when I'm with her I feel okay. I've been ill, I'm getting worse, my symptoms cannot be reversed, but when I'm with her I feel okay. Well, I've been sleeping sound, sound, sound since you've been around, around, around. Nothing brings me down, so let it all come down, down, down. Well, I can say emphatically that I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping. And I found the girl of my dreams, but she's sleeping all the time. Yeah. No, I should bring that one out. Anyway, yeah, I haven't played that song in a long, long time. And this little is it's a little bit out of tune. Let me tune it real quick. Hey, how you doing, Bobcat? Good to see you, man. So yeah, and thanks again. Thanks, Aldadul and Cyrene. Thank you, man. Thanks, guys, for like, for not saying fuck this guy and then trashing your monitors. How you doing, Bobcat? Oh, jeez. Hey, Eric. Okay, there we go. Well, this one was there we go. Cool. All right, awesome. Yeah. So yeah, man. So I don't have a set list. I really haven't had a chance to do a lot of preparing. I've been, so today I spent most of the day getting, it's crazy, which is crazy because random question for the new Mike TV live album, Stupid Kid and Dying Stars. Yes, so they are, but I don't have full band versions of either of them. Bobcat. And I figured, in fact, I think I'm going to also do a new version of MCA as well, because I want to do a more rocking, like full distorted, rocking version of MCA as well. So there are a handful. So I don't have a Dying Stars with drums and bass and like a full band rendition. Same thing with Stupid Kid. So yeah, and that's exactly it, right? Because their songs I think are great songs, and they've never really gotten their day in the sun because because they came out at a point in time when I just wrote them between albums and I didn't need them for records, and I'm like, oh, I'll just throw all these songs on a collection, which was Furthermore in 2015. So now, brother, I know I'm not a regular, but I don't know how many times I've had a bad day and just come in here and listen to you. So it's at least, oh, thank you. Yeah. And thank you, and me too, Bobcat, and it's crazy, for me, yeah, it's all part and parcel for me, all the stuff that's going on. I feel like, I fucking write cool songs, and they don't sound like anybody else, and they don't have the lyrical perspective is unique, and the melodically they're catchy, and and I fucking work my ass off, and I'm just I'm getting frustrated, so I'm working with these publicists, and they're doing their job, and they're like, but the thing is that I realized that that even I don't have any advocates. I can't even find advocates I can hire, which is what my post says, that can really sell what it is I do and what makes it unique or special, But the thing is but it still resonates. Or the thing is that it's the only reason why I stopped getting film and TV licenses was because I stopped submitting my stuff to film and TV. The thing is I actively did that to myself because I was like, I don't want to break out. I don't want to break out as an attachment to a movie or as an attachment to a television series. I want to break out on the merits of my own music. That's crazy thinking nowadays. Right now, I'm like, that's nutty. That's nutty. But in 2012, where all of my success had been predicated on film and TV, it makes sense. I remember how frustrated I was, feeling like, well, fuck, my music has value. All of my songs have value, not just the ones that were on Grey's Anatomy, or not just the ones that were licensed by Weeds, or not just the ones that were licensed on other television shows or on other movies. So it's just been and so it's been anyway. So I'll do the anime. This is. Kaboom! Explode the hand grenades now. Let's make us some lemonade. Bang, bang, go our little guns. We got the mayhem. We bring the fun. Chop, chop, down tumbles everything. Snort, snort, up goes the ketamine. Growl, growl, the hounds won't let them be. We bring the chaos. We are the enemy now. We know what side our butt is breaded on, and now we see that it's not mere conspiracy. Oh, we are the enemy. We are the enemy. Hooray, hooray, another fucked up day. Hooray, hooray, another fucked up day. Oh, we are the enemy. We are the enemy. Smash, smash, crash in the skulls of foes. Crash, crash, tossing out terminals. Glug, glug, drinking dead lemonade. We got the privilege. We are the enemy. Thrust, thrust, it's what we're made to do. Trust, trust, the web is made just for you. Hump, hump, we can't seem to overcome. We are the sickness. We are everyone now. We know what side of butt is breaded on, and now we see that it's not mere conspiracy. Oh, we are What was that? You're talking about the sweetheart. Yeah. So I found that. So sweetheart, I'm recording. Hey, my pleasure, Bobcat. Thank you, man. Hey, Tony, how you doing? Hey, nice to meet you. Not a cockroach. How you doing? Good to see you, amigo. It's funny that song. And my pleasure. That verse. So that's one of the things. So one of the things that my intention was to do for my 2023 albums, and as part of what I'm doing with this podcast. In fact, so the idea behind the podcast keeps evolving. But for me, I think what I'm going to try to do, I think what it's going to be is I'm going to try to do a perfect crystallized truncation of this stream, like all the best moments of this stream, the best conversations, the best stories, the best performances. Like, you know, that song contains my third of favorite song lyrics. So it's actually Bud, but what side is my butt? Yeah, but that works. Yeah, the butt works brothered on as well. It's the idea is that I was writing that lyric to kind of like, you know, like there's no fucking way we're going to win the war on drugs because there's just too much money to be made on the war on drugs, right? Like we are not fighting the war on drugs to win. We're fighting the war on drugs to generate revenue. And, you know, and yes. Yeah. So Bud, the idea of Bud, yeah. So what side our Bud is brothered on? Because it's supposed to be what side your bread is buttered on. So, but yeah, and you're right. But I did Bud instead of buttered because my butt is pretty. Yeah. So yeah, and it is, and you're totally right. It is. That's exactly right. But I couldn't make this although it is funny because butt and brothered would still work because there's the whole sex industry as well. So it still flies. Maybe I'll do one will be bud and the other will be butt. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It's still a work in progress. But yeah. It's fun. That lyric, I like that. I like it because most people go, wait, what did you just say? like yes, what you heard is right. Thank you. That's awesome, Bobcat. Right on, man. Okay, so yeah, man. So for me, you know, I decided because I can actually put out like album worthy. Now, I mean, they're not the renditions on the podcast are not going to be flawless the way Hesitation Cuts were flawless, but they're gonna be pretty darn close to flawless. You know, like they're and it's also funny because I am a little bit more cognizant of the swing feel that I wasn't really. It was really during Hesitation Cuts and Schmed and I sitting there kind of talking about our experiences with recording and our experiences with quantizing things that we realized that we were both talking. We're like yeah, it's crazy how much of the swing feel we got rid of because we wanted everything to be locked to the grid. And so he and I spent some time really exploring the swing. You know, really exploring like there is in fact on Daggers, Blades, and Billy Clubs, the little hi-hat or not the hi-hat, the ride you hear, that was actually, we actually made that to look at, to analyze. So what we did is we went on YouTube, we found somebody doing that the little swing ride thing, and then we recorded that, and then we put it in, and we looked at the way it lined up, and we figured we figured out what tempo it was at, and then we looked at the way it lined up with the grid, you know. And yeah, no. I mean, well, no. So I mean, but it is not a cockroach. Like understanding the click and being able to utilize the click is its own skill set. I mean, and it's something that a lot of very, very talented musicians that I've known for a long, long time really still struggle with because they just don't spend enough time in the recording studio. So the click is awesome. It's just evolving past the click, like looking, and which is really what like one of the things I've been able to do now, which is crazy because I play so much. I can play along to the click and then I would notice, like, so what I'll do is I'll look at the way I play something and I'll notice that, oh yeah, here I'm a little bit behind the beat and here I'm a little bit ahead of the beat, and it's not wrong. It's just the swing. It's just how I'm swinging this thing. So I go and sometimes I will go and I'll correct it just to see how it sounds. And if it sounds too angular, then I go back to like. But it's and sometimes I learn a little bit more about my attack. In fact, that's what I did just today. So I took some hand claps and I just scooted them and lined them up with some of the accents on the guitar, and it sounds so and with it totally straight, it sounds fine. It sounds good, but it sounds so much better when everything's hitting at the same time. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking great, you know. So yeah, it's just some cool stuff, you know. So I'm gonna be giving you guys. It'll be a 5-song album because it'll be between 4 and 6 songs depending on the length of the songs. But it'll be between 4 and 6 songs and about 15 minutes of talking. It's going to be me doing storytelling and me waxing poetic and me doing this kind of stuff. But it's going to be condensed. So it's going to be all of my palaver that I normally do, but it won't be me meandering. It'll be like very on target conversations about very on target stories, very on target perspectives on what I feel about being an artist, about what I feel about like whatever it is that you know, like so I think it should be a pretty cool way to introduce people to me and my music, because it'll be this what I've been doing now for a full decade, but it'll just be condensed into half an hour. There you go, you know. So and I'm gonna start with my hope is that even my more difficult to wrap your head around songs, my hope is that I will. Hey Taylor, awesome man. My hope is that what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to find ways to make those less accessible songs more accessible, you know, because I've been doing this for a long enough time now that even I can hear. You can give me all sorts of dissonance and be like, okay, Mike, find some way to make this catchy, and I can do it. You know, I can be like, oh, here, I'll just add a little loop here of some little guitar figure that will just kind of capture the ear, you know, and like, so I'll be able to do that in these podcasts. So anyway, so it should be fun, but lock up your daughters or hide them away, 'cause my boys, they're out on the prowl. They'll woo them with chemicals, laughter and song, 'cause only these scoundrels know how. They will fill her with wine, and they'll have such a marvelous time. And soon you'll lament she used to be mine. My boys are in town and they're looking to hang some fire. They'll tell us such stories, regale them with deeds, 'cause they're all such marvelous liars. They will fill her with wine, and they'll have such a marvelous time. And soon you'll lament she used to be mine. Yes, soon you'll lament she used to be mine. Oh, you'll surely lament she used to be mine. There you go. Lock Up Your Daughters. It's the name of that song. All right, Crime and Heresy. Yeah. So thanks for throwing out requests. I'm already in better spirit. It's so crazy, man. Like, and which is one of the reasons why I don't ever want to walk away from doing this live streaming and kind of hanging out with you guys, and because there is something about playing the songs and talking about kind of what like just kind of like, you know, like you guys are my like I should be paying you. I should be sending you all like we should figure out an hourly wage that I can pay you, all of you guys, because you know it is therapeutic for me. It gets me out of my head, and I spend literally so much time in my head contemplating, constantly worrying about, fretting about where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna set this whole thing up, you know, how I'm gonna everything. You know, it's like there's never a moment in my day. No, actually, that's not so. When I'm listening to books, because I try to walk 10 miles a day, so I will put on books on tape. you know, and I will listen to those, and that will be like that's my entertainment. Like that's the only entertainment I get. Otherwise, it's I mean I do. Isabel and I, we will watch the occasional movie or show, and she and I will eat together, you know, and then hopefully in the later evening we've got some time to spend together. But otherwise, man, like it's just constant fucking work, and so. So thank you for being here and you know and providing me a reason to kind of change gears a bit. So I wanna get by, leading a life of crime. I know I'll define. Leading a life of crime, I know I'll survive. Living the way the criminals do, I wanna get by. Leading a life of crime with you. I wanna run the lights when they're red, steal from the living and give to the dead, murder set all the cities ablaze once again. Ooh, I wanna get by, leading a life of sin. The days will fly by, leading a life of sin. I'll let it all in, living the way the heretics do. I wanna get by, leading a life of sin with you. I'll steal and I'll cheat and I'll screw. I'll do it all and I will do it with you. Red wine and roses for all, as we watch it all crumble, tumble and fall. Criminals live like their feet are on fire. Criminals live balanced high and a wire. Whoa, heretics live every day like the last, 'cause heretics know that the future has passed. Whoa, criminals ought to be captured and shot. Heretics ought to be burned on the spot. I wanna be one of these. Don't you? I wanna get by, leading a life of crime. I wanna survive, leading a life of crime. I know I'll define, living the way the criminals do. I wanna get by, leading a life of crime with you. So, Bobcat and I don't know if John Michaud and Deb Michaud are watching, and I don't know if the Luttrells are watching, but I do have. I've got your packages made. I really hope you love. I think the pages look awesome. And I'm so the packages are all made. They're ready to be mailed out. I have to walk to the place and dude, seriously impressed. Hold on, seriously impressed by your stamina and these regular live streams. Always loved your. Hey, thank you. And I can't. Is that I can't. Hold on. I'm in the wrong stream and I can't. I don't think I can see. Hey, Elix, how you doing, man? Good to see you, amigo. What's the, I missed, is that Carla? Can somebody read? Unfortunately, I can't make it out. So somebody coming in from either Facebook or from YouTube, and I'm sorry, I was in the wrong stream, so I missed your message. I can see it because it's right here. But Kanita Sharma, okay, awesome. Thank you, Bobcat. Well, yeah, thank you, and that's awesome. And thanks, I really do. Kanika, like Kanika, like is that Kanika Sharma? All right, anyway. And hey, 9 to 12, how you doing? But thank you, yeah, and thank you. You know, it's you know, for me doing this is always like, you know, I started off when I started the stream because I've felt so beleaguered. I've been working my ass off, and I really don't feel like I don't really feel like I'm pushing anything forward. I'm spending a fucking fortune on a publicist, and it's still kind of early to really get a sense of whether it's gonna yield results or not. But right now, it just doesn't feel like it. It feels like I've just given these people thousands of dollars to spin wheels, you know, okay, awesome, Kanika, cool, awesome, and yes, I see on YouTube now because I'm now in the multi-stream chat, so awesome, that's great. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with like a lot of the you know, I'm working incredibly hard to try to expand my footprint, and instead it feels like all I'm doing is throwing money away, and instead just shrinking, like things. And there's nothing I can do to stop the hemorrhaging of listeners, the hemorrhaging of money, the hemorrhaging of followers, the hemorrhaging of my audience, my Twitch, you know. And so, you know, and at times it's fucking exhausting because I'm like, what the, I can't work any harder. There's nothing more I can do. Like I'm giving you 100% of everything all the time. And, but, you know, yeah, it's like, fuck it. It's still fun. I still like doing this. So all right. So this is, who requested Every Day? Auto Duel. Was this a random? It was random, huh? So this is a song. You know, this song was a song commission, and some friends of mine. For those of you, I know some of you might know Heidi and Curtis, because I have a song called "Bring It On" that's written about them. And then Heidi, I don't want to get too much in the details of what her life is all about because she's not here, and I want her permission before I talk about it. But she was kind of dealing with some relationship stuff, and she was like, "Hey, can you write a song that I think kind of captures like an adult relationship?" And I was like you know, like what happens, like the way that you know, anyway, so I'll play it and we can talk about it. But this is a song called Every Day, and the idea is that well, you'll see. I don't want to spoil the songs up. Every day, in little ways you change. Every day, in little ways you stay the same. The way you laugh, the joy you hide, the things you hold in the fire inside you. The way you laugh, the joy inside, the hope you hold, and the things you try, the fire that burns deep inside, deep. There it goes. Fire that burns deep inside you. Every day there's always something new. Every day there's always something new about you. The songs you sing, the chains you break, the love you give and the love you make. Oh, we're changing, always changing. Oh, there we go. And every day, and in every way, I choose you. Oh, and every day, and in every way, I choose you. So the song is the idea behind the song is just about being present, you know, as people evolve and change and become more of who they are over time. you know, often we go, hey, you've changed. You're no longer the person I fell in love with. And that's not on them, you know, it's on us. Every day fills me with surprise, especially when I can look at the day through your eyes. The way you trust, the things you see, the love I feel when you look at me. I've known nothing quite so lovely, oh. And every day, and in every way, I choose you. What happened? Oh. And every day, and in every way, I choose you. There's no need for fear, there's no need for doubting. The love we hold quite dear is the love that keeps us shouting. We're in love, we're in love, we're in love. Every day, in little ways, you change. Every day, in little ways, you stay the same. And so I feel my blood, it burns with joy, joyful fire and deepest yearning. I can feel each day I'm learning, know that every day, and in every way, I choose you. Oh, and every day, and in every way, I choose you. Oh, you tripped. The sound that I heard was you tripping, sweetheart. Are you okay?
Try this. You gotta try this.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, so that song. What?
Try this.
Okay. Apple butter.
It's almond.
Oh, no. Great.
Yeah, right?
Apple slice with almond butter on it. Very tasty. And you know, it's important that I eat in front of you. I'm here. I am on the entire internet eating. Thank you, Bobcat. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, so I mean that song, Love It or Hate It. I do. You know, for me, I like the sentiment behind the song, because the thing is like it really is. You know, every single day, each of us goes through things, you know, that impact us forever and permanently. You know, like just the act of living. You know, and so the idea that being present and actively every single day, seeing the person that you're with, or seeing the person that you, or even your friends, just acknowledging and be like, hey man, like you're a person I'm happy to have in my life. You know, like that's a pretty powerful thing. You know. Anyway. Okay, so that was a song called. That was a song about healthy perspectives on love, and this is a song about unhealthy perspectives on life and themselves. Not right now, my love. Thank you. I'm streaming and I can't eat stuff while I'm doing this. Thank you though. She wakes up in a forest of bottles and tall boys. She lurches to the toilet and sounds a frightening noise. She staggers to the bed and searches about so frantically for a reason to keep going, a reason to believe that she's okay. that she'll make it through the day. She searches for a shirt that might look like it is clean. She dresses in a hurry 'cause she's late for everything. She doesn't have a smoke 'cause she ran out late last night. But she rolls one from recycled butts and sets smoke alight. Is she okay? Will she make it through the day? Banshee. Ooh, Banshee. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. Listen to the words that she can only scream. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. The emptiness that tortures her, the emptiness that bleeds. Ooh, Banshee. Ooh, Banshee. She lies about her drinking, no, she lies about it all. The heart that beats inside her chest feels so very small. There's something black inside of her that's feeding on her heart. She knows she has to face it, but she's never gonna start. Is she okay? Will she make it through the day? So here she sits again in the middle of the night, surrounded by her emptiness, her cigarette alight. She takes a drag and breathes it in, emptiness and smoke. Dawn is fast approaching, where did the evening go? Is she okay? Will she make it through the day? Thank you, Tired Bunny. Ooh, Banshee. Ooh, Banshee. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. Listen to the words that she can only scream. Hear her wail, hear her shriek. The emptiness that tortures her, the emptiness that bleeds. Ooh, Banshee. Ooh, Banshee. So damn poor, and that's an interesting word. Somewhere special. Okay, so what's that? No, sweetheart, I don't want to eat any food while I'm performing. Thank you though. So this is a song called Somewhere Special. Hey, and my pleasure, Bobcat. Yeah, thank you, man. That's So this is a song called Somewhere Special. This is a new one. This is not actually a full band version of this song. Does not exist anywhere on the planet Earth. But there are no worries, Elix. Yeah, you have a great rest of your day, man. And I'll catch you later. But there are I released 128 acoustic demos this year. 128. There's songs that I wrote over 2021 and 2020, or 2020 and 2021. I'm going to be taking. I can do one. Well, yeah, I can do 100 locks. Yes, absolutely. Can someone throw 100 locks in the? I've got. You know what? I'll do that one because it's I've got the next three requests. They're done. The requests are from people that have already had requests in here. I'll do 100 locks in just a second. So I'll play this next song and then I'll play 100 locks. Thank you, Aldo. Let me just put this one up in the request queue. So I've got 128 new acoustic demos that I will be turning into studio demos. My intention is to do 2 a week. And just start making them available via my Patreon and making them available and my intention is to keep iterating on them because I've got 130 of them now. So, I want to keep tinkering with them until I when I stumble upon one like with drums and bass and piano and shaker and tambourine and background vocals and harmonies and once people go, once the uniform response to that song is I love this song. If everybody goes, oh my God, this is an amazing song, then I'll put that one aside and I'll move on to the next one, or I'll move on to others, And my hope is that over the course of the next year, or hopefully by early 2023, I'll have 10 or 15 that will be where everyone I'll have 10 or 15 that are hands down hits, and then I'll put out a record. But then I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to continue iterating. But 2023 will also be a writing year for me. So this is 2022 is a recording year. I'm now recording and getting all these things done. And then 2023, I'm gonna start writing again so that I can just repeat this whole process down the line, but anyway, so this is one of the new songs. It's called Somewhere Special, and it goes. It's gonna be alright even though they've gone quite mad. It's gonna be alright even though the things we need they never have. It's gonna be alright even though they've taken everything we got. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fine until it's not. And then we know we're going somewhere special. Then we know we're going somewhere nice. Then we know we're going somewhere we can put our head down, and then we know we're going somewhere fine. It's gonna be alright even though it don't add up. It's gonna be alright even though the cups they don't have drink enough. It's gonna be alright even if we cannot sleep. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fine down in the deep. And then we know we're going somewhere special. Then we know we're going somewhere nice. Then we know we're going somewhere we can put our head down, and then we know we're going somewhere fine. Let me introduce you to my friend. Let me introduce you to my darling. Let me introduce you to my friend. Sweet dreams. Let me introduce you to my friend. Let me introduce you to my darling. Let me introduce you to my friend. Sweet dreams. It's gonna be alright even though they're left to bleed. It's gonna be alright even if we have to struggle with the need. It's gonna be alright even though we don't have much of anything. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fine, it's just a sting. Kanika Sharma says the lyrics of all your songs hit hard. I think that's what has always set Get Set Go apart. It's kind of like the soundtrack of our lives. The actual content is sad, but the upbeat music keeps you going. And that's thank you, Kanika. It's funny. Is it Kanika or is it Kanika? Because I want to pronounce it correctly, but so it or do I need to place stress on other syllables? But thank you, Aldo, and thank you, Bobcat. Yeah, man. That's I think that's one of the things that for me is very vexing because I've spent my whole music career trying to write honest genuine, authentic music that doesn't pull, that pulls no punches, is as very much from the marrow and the bone and the blood, you know, like I want it to be real, you know, and I don't, but yeah, at the same time, I have literally taken every single song I've ever written and I've played it in front of you guys. I've played it in front of a live audience. I have played thousands and thousands of shows to make sure that oh, these songs work. I can tell that people are tapping along, or people are singing along, or people are excited. Like, so it's like, it's not just that I write a lot of songs. It's that I write them and I play them in front of an audience to figure out what works and what doesn't. And the ones that survive are the songs that work, you know? So I feel like I've put in all this effort, and I work so fucking hard, and yet and I can't seem to overcome, like, there's something about like it's so easy for me to be like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, whatever, fuck that guy's music. You're like, you know, and I'm like, wait, what? This is me. It's my, like, all you need to do is just listen. God damn it, you know, like you know, it's funny because I'm going through that right now. When in 2019. I was working on Hesitation Cuts, which for my money is my masterpiece. Like, that's the last album that I put out where literally I was hyper focused on making sure that every single sound on that record, every single sound was perfect. And I oh, Tired Bunny. See, that's awesome. And that for me is like, that's the most exciting thing for me to hear ever at all. Cause really truthfully, that's the only way that my stuff grows for whatever reason. And in fact, and I'll tell you my story, because this is, and thank you. Right. And thank you, Lenina. And I really do. For me, Hesitation Cuts was it's my masterpiece. Like it's what I would offer if there was a guild of songwriters and recording. Like if there was a holistic guild where people went like, oh, you're a person that does everything. You record it and you write it and you make it and you do everything. And then yes, what are you going to submit to us to see if we allow you into our ranks, or much less, you know, become an apprentice or a journeyman or a master? I would be like, here you go. This is my masterpiece. This is for you to consider me as a potential master for, like, because it's, and so I put in all this fucking hard work. And the music is amazing, and it's very much like the kind of stuff I've done for my entire music career. And I use things called BitSubmit and Submit Hub and on all of these different like sites to like kind of like see if I couldn't find people to like do some write-ups on it and get some sort of press and get some. And what would happen was, I had a song called "See Me." You know, and it's a fucking great song. In fact, I'll play it in a second. So I played. So I submitted Konica. Okay, or Konica. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's great. And my pleasure. I like to make sure I'm pronouncing people's handles correctly. So, but so I submitted this thing, right? And one of the most telling for me, one of the most telling passes on them wanting to even talk or mention or anything, like they listen. So one of them, I forget what's one of the submission services, but they tell you how long somebody has listened to the song, like how, like they like. So I think you can pay, like I can pay to make sure that they listen for 30 seconds, something like that. So what I did is I paid the extra premium to make sure that they gave the song at least 30 seconds. That's all I'm asking. Like, it's fucking horseshit. You're not going to listen to the whole fucking song and you call yourself a fucking music reviewer. So anyway, but so I paid the extra money to get them to listen to it for 30 seconds. Or no, I didn't because I wanted to get the review, because you could either have them listen for 30 seconds or you could have them comment. So I'm like, I want the comment. So this person listened to my song. They listened to it all the way up until the moment that I said, I go. So I go, there's so, that's all they heard. There's so, that's all they heard. There's so. And then they wrote, and they're like, you know, I just don't like this guy's voice. His voice just, it just, you know, it's just kind of tapioca. It doesn't really do anything for me. You heard 2 fucking words, man. And so that's what I you know, so that's what I'm up against. You know, and it's just this insouciance, it's diffidence it's disregard, it's lack of concern, it's people that don't fucking do their jobs, like people that like you know, it's just exhausting, you know. Hey, thank you, Badger. So honestly, it would be amazing to see you live. There's an impact much greater than hearing you live. Although this is great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you find me. Oh, that's really that's crazy, man. Because I don't feel jolly. I don't. Yeah, and it was, you know, and amen, Lena. Like it was for me. It was just really. And thank you, Tired Bunny. Yeah, so for me, so thank you guys. First off, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And you know, and I am like I'm in this weird because I'm trying so I'm paying. Oh yeah, so I'm paying right now. I'm paying a publicist a lot of money. I'm paying them a lot of money. To actively work my next record, which is the hashtag Dinosaur, which is an album that I co-wrote with you guys. You know, and they're using the same services that I used, you know, and so I'm like, so you're not even gonna get like, so you're getting the same you're just dealing with the same kind of shitty fucking process. So it's fucking exhausting, you know. Anyway, but so this is a song called 100 Locks, and let me see if I can. Oh, you know, it did, Biden. It did. I did my attention into a lot of streams, and I find you the most jolly, which I think is awesome because I don't feel jolly. You know, like for me, this is my catharsis. This is my whole day. My whole day is spent working and recording and putting stuff together. Oh no, you sent the message. Oh, I didn't see the message after that. I didn't see the message after that. I don't think it was sent. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, that's Twitch being jerks. Okay, I can do it. Like sometimes my voice is not. I won't be around on Monday. I'll be at the high school watching my eldest kid receive an A and Brandon. Hey, that's awesome. That's great. That's so awesome. Yeah, in fact, okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, so Kanika, so for me, if you want to not like Get Set Go, there's so much to not like, right? The thing is like lyrically, like I don't sing with any affects, I don't do the schwarbly, I don't do the weird singing vote. Hey, Stephen Cogswell. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? What is it? What is this? Is this like a raid of some sort? But glory to you and your house. Hey, Cruz. Good to see you, brother. And Stephen Cogswell, awesome to see you. Durlock, Weremole, I love you guys. I really do. Thank you. I thought I was raid proof, but no, I'm not. And they snuck in. Dagnabbit, they fucking came in. I said for you might not seem jolly, but for us, you are. You just somehow remind me of Slurms McKenzie from Futurama. Okay, that's Slurms. I know Slurms very. I know Slurms very intimately, and that's. But yeah, welcome everybody. And Cruz, is there something I can do for you by way of thanks for bringing folks over, man? Is there a song I can play for you? Is there a cat I can juggle or a dog I can shave? She guards herself beneath her clothes, a secret wound. How would these lyrics? I pulled these lyrics off because Isabella wanted to join me, sing with me, these are the lyrics off of the internet that I can't change. A secret room that no one knows. Why? It's a secret wound. And thank you, Bider. Thank you. She guards herself beneath her clothes, a secret wound that no one one knows. She likes the way she hurts herself. It makes her feel like nothing else. Ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. Now she never talks to anyone. She hides away, abhors the sun. She keeps her heart within a box, protected with 100 locks. It's true. It's true. Ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, 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 da-dum, ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, 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 da-dum, ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, 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 da-dum, ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. She walks nude throughout her room. She bears the scars of countless wounds. They multiply upon her flesh. Some are old and others fresh. It's true. It's true. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night, when all of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. She loves the night when only the darkness shines. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night, when all of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. She loves the night when only the darkness shines. She guards herself beneath her clothes, a secret wound that no one knows. She likes the way she hurts herself. It makes her feel like nothing else. Ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. She never talks to anyone. She hides away, abhors the sun. She keeps her heart within a box, protected with 100 locks. It's true. It's true. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night, when all of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. She loves the night, the starless and the moonless night, when all of the lights are gone and only darkness shines. Hey, Stephen Cogswell. The Scam Train, yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you guys. I didn't really. My voice is not really warmed up, so hitting that falsetto was kind of tough, but it wasn't terrible, which is nice. It actually worked out, so that's not bad. But I am because I don't want to step on a Great Night tonight, and they'll be launching in about 14 minutes. So I've got two requests in the request queue, and then I'm gonna have to go. Hey James, how you doing, man? Good to see you, amigo. And yeah, so thank you guys.
How would you like to buy an old, round, and neat, a nearly perfect circle, tidy and complete?
Hey, Urza Sandwich. First off, that's an awesome handle, and thank you. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, and so I mean, I do this. I try to do this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, same time ish. I usually start at 5 p.m. Central and go till 8 p.m. But on Tuesdays, because my buddies do a podcast called Great Night, I try not to step on them, so I push mine forward a little earlier, and I don't do a 3-hour show, which I normally do Monday through Friday. I do a 2-hour show on Tuesdays, but this is a song. This is another brand new one. So I have you guys. I have 128 new songs that I'm giving away for free on Bandcamp. They are acoustic demos that will be the foundation upon which I will build my full-blown studio album version. So if you want, you can go and explore them. You can listen to them for free. You can download them for free. You can take them and you can take them. You could steal them and then fly to a different planet, and then you could be like, aha, I wrote these things, and you could like so. can I request you for songs for a game? Yeah, I mean, what do you mean, Biter? But yes, I mean, if, can I pay you to make me? Yeah, I mean, yes. Okay, so I do actually do. I do song commission stuff, and I do write. I do work for hire stuff, and I also do stuff where I own the underlying copyright, but I give you license to use my stuff. Like so it depends on the amount of money that's involved and what we negotiate. But yeah, I do all. If music can be utilized, I do it. So yes, so of course. All right, so this is a song called "My Darling Is So Damn Bitey," and this one goes. But, she bites so hard and she never wants to let go. I'm not talking about nipping or nibbling or none. She bites till the bleeding shows. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. And she sinks her teeth into my flesh and she tears like a wild beast. A rebel raccoon with the mighty need. It's on me that she wants to feast. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh my God, she's a monster. See it now that she's got a taste of me. She's on the hunt. Yes, she's gonna kill. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I'm just getting that tonight. She's feasting till she's feasted to her fill. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, my darling, she's killing me. She butchers with her teeth. She rends and tears with savagery. She claims my body's meat. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. She bites hard. So farewell, I say adieu. I'm sliding down her throat. There's so much I wanted to do, but I guess I gotta go. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh my God, she's a monster. See it now that she's got a taste of me. She's on the hunt. Yes, she's gonna kill. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I'm just getting that tonight. She's feasting till she's feasted to her fill. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. Yes, she bites hard. Oh, she bites hard. That's my mods. Everybody, those are my mods. So yeah, so if you want to use the soundboard, I have a soundboard with hundreds of sound effects that you can use to interject in my stream. If you join my Discord, what I would suggest is just hop over to twitch.tv/MikeTVLive, and then just click on the link, click on the Discord link that was just put right there. And yes, I'm working on it, James. I really making vinyl in this day and age is really, really expensive. It's the kind of thing that takes a long time because you have to what I was going to do is I was going to do a little test pressing. I was going to do I was going to release a split 7-inch, or not split 7-inch, but I was going to do 2 singles, and I was just going to test it out. But it actually turns out that there's too much demand for pressing plants, so most plants don't do 7 inches. Most plants only do the 12-inch, like the full size vinyl, and the ones that do 7 inches, they only do them a couple times a year because they have to retool their machine, right? so I was like, okay, I'll do a full, LP, So I went looking into that, and the thing is, in order to do it well, I would need to, it would add about $4,000 extra dollars to my recording and manufacturing process. So for me, it's the kind of thing where I want to venture into that world very carefully to make sure that what I'm doing, that the album I put out is going to sell. Cause I'll definitely want to launch a Kickstarter, and I'll definitely want to so it's just, it's something that I do want to do. I've already got all the budgeting in place. I just need to figure out, the thing is like, Right now, I put out a I'll do a Kickstarter for like $3,500, and I'll barely hit it, So for me to put out like a $4,000 or $5,000 or even more, if Kickstarter to do an LP, will I hit that? I don't know. And so for me, yeah, and the thing is, and I do. Thank you, Kanika. Thank you. Yeah, and I see that. No worries. Yeah, I'm happy that it is showing at least, and we are getting it, Kanika. Thank you so much. But and so for me, it's whatever. It'll be what it is. I will at some point in time jump into vinyl. My hope is I'm launching a new podcast. It should be. I should make it available via my Discord and via my Patreon, hopefully by the end of this week. And then I'm gonna get feedback on that. Then I'm gonna iterate on it. And I'm gonna make sure that the podcast that everybody goes, this is all the people that are into my music and into this stream and into the way I do things, that it works for them. And then once I've got that, or that it works for like 98% of my audience. Once I've got that in place, then I'm gonna start doing that every week. Yeah, so for me, James, it's like I don't even need to manufacture CDs, that's the thing is I just can put out, I don't have to, I can now invest in my studio. I can now buy nice microphones, and I can buy a nice piano, and rather than putting money out to put together, assemble CDs and then have to store those CDs, because just to get a price break on CDs, you have to press up 1,000 copies, right? So because I normally sell about 200 copies of something right out the gate, then I end up having to sit on 800 copies that I do eventually sell out of, but I have to sit on them for a couple of years, and that means I have to have storage space for them. I've got like 20 albums in stores, so for me, it's cost prohibitive to even manufacture CDs. So, but I do have these. I've got these, and these are songbooks that I've been putting out since 2019, and they're hardbound. They look just like the albums, but they're actually instead they've got the lyrics, and they've got the chord charts, and they've got hand drawn illustrations, and they've got a bunch of so. But the thing is that but as they've evolved, they're now like this. They're now like this, where they've got full color pages and full color photos, and they've got and full color illustrations, and and a font that kind of based on my handwriting. So they're now kind of like a much more well realized book, and so. So that's the kind of merch that I'm actually making that are physical, that I can get to people that are fans, but otherwise I'm just doing everything digitally, because it just makes things so much easier. But all right, so let me see. So I've got time enough for one last song. Shall we do My Variable Bones for Bobcat and yeah. That's not. It's the wrong strumming pattern. No, that's the wrong instrument. All that. There we go. All that I am, every bit of me, everything you see, alright, has been around throughout history from the very start of time. My bones are very old. I don't think they hold a soul. And when it comes to the end, the earth takes them back again. Like a song, I'm only here a couple minutes or two. And then when my last refrain is sung, I'll be all through. Like a poem, the things I do are never really clear. When I'm gone, these words I sing are all that remains here. I wish I could live for 1,000 years, or I never wanna die. There is so much living left to do, so much I wanna try. I wanna be possessed, I wanna be obsessed, I wanna suffer love, 'cause hurt is what love's made of. Like a song, I'm only here a couple minutes or two. And then when my last refrain is sung, I'll be all through. Like a poem, the things I do are never really clear. And when I'm gone, these words I sing are all that remains here. That's it. Ba-ba-dum, 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 bam, 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 bam-ba-dum, 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 bam, 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 bam. Like a song, I'm only here a couple minutes or two. And then when my last refrain is sung, I'll be all through. Like a poem, the things I do are never really clear. And when I'm gone, these words I sing are all that remains here. Something like that. I'm completely conflating "Lock Up Your Daughters" and that song. They're both in the same key. They both use very similar chords, and they both have Hey, Amanita Okriata, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, my pleasure, Bob. All right, so you guys, I do have to go. I don't want to step on Great Night. My buddies in Great Night, Justin Robert Young, Brian Brushwood. We've like I don't even know who's doing the who's guesting tonight. But anyway, so we're gonna go hang out with them. It's gonna be awesome, and I will be back here tomorrow. I love you guys. I really do. Yeah, man. Thank you for. And I want to thank Isabella for doing everything in her power to train wreck my stream. I love you guys. Thank you. All right. Yes, thank you. Oh, that's right. So yeah. Okay, you're right. So are they doing a live thing? Are they doing a live one? Anyway, yeah. I turned it off, Bobcat. I turned it off. I love you guys. I love you. I will see you all very soon. Be safe. And okay, great. It's live. All right. Adios. Go check out Great Night. It's awesome. Trust me.